Greetings and welcome to the 1-6 Scale Man proudly presents another episode of You Know What It Is. This is Comic Book Talk with Friends Monday. I'm your host for the 1-6 Scale Man YouTube channel. Do me a favor before we actually jump into this, hit that like button like this thing right here wants to let you know. Subscribe to the channel, hit that bell notification so you are always up to date with what's going on over here on the channel. Now, we got a lot that we actually going to cover today. A few things we're going to talk about. Number one, we got an artist pick of the week. It was, influenced by our own Vinsanity himself, and then of course Jedi Pimp needed to kind of back that up because it was, I guess, an artist that he was just kind of like really interested in. So we're gonna talk about Dan Mora today as well. We're gonna also we got a artist, or actually a comic book pick of the week, and this is another one by Vinny. And this is the Saga Compendium 1, right?
Yep.
So we're going to definitely be talking about that, and also we're going to talk about the latest in the MCU with MCU news when it comes to Avengers 5. Apparently, the Russo brothers have been turned down. They've been basically denied access to directing the film. They were approached, and apparently they were definitely turned down, or whatever. So this is apparently, but this has been circulating.
Wow.
And there could be reasons. We'll talk about that and plenty more as we kind of jump into it. But before we jump into that, I want to bring in the gang, the boys with me. What's going on with y'all, man? How y'all doing?
What's up, man? Good to be back.
Definitely, bro. Definitely good to be back. So glad to have y'all in here with us, man. A lot to cover, a lot to talk about tonight, man. We got a lot of things we're gonna definitely jump into. But Jedi Pimp, how was your weekend, brother?
Oh, it was great, man. I had a blast. I did a Juneteenth celebration instead. But sure did. Told stories and everything. It was cool. I didn't barbecue this time. I made a bunch of seafood, bro. And I still got crabs left, bro. I had a good time.
Yeah.
Good weekend.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
So you had a whole bunch of crabs and stuff. Everything was cool.
Oh man, I had so many good naps this weekend, boy. From the itis. The itis, boy. Great naps this weekend, bro. Good food. Good.
The itis does that to you, bro.
Yes, sir.
The itis does. I didn't. You know what? We didn't. Again, like on the 4th. We binged that Supercell show on Netflix. That's all we did.
I gotta keep watching, bro. I'm on the 3rd episode.
You got to watch.
I'm gonna do what you said.
Yeah,
you gotta watch it.
We gotta talk about because it's so far.
Yeah, I'm gonna do what you said. It's a dope show though.
It is, bro. It's very dope. Again, once you give it a chance, like once you watch it, bro, like it makes sense. It's especially by the end of it, I was highly impressed on how they pulled off this show. Like they did such a good idea. It was such a good idea to do it, and the premise that it was wrapped around or it was centered around made it even more interesting. So definitely something worth watching, man. But yeah, check it out, bro. Finish it, and then we'll come back and have the conversation.
Also, Blood of Zeus season 1 and 2 are fantastic. I'm in the middle of season 2.
I haven't seen season 2 yet. After
season 2 is good, bro. So
I haven't even seen season 1.
Yeah,
it's good. It's a good.
It's called The Blood of Zeus. I'll check it out. I'll definitely check it out, bro. I'll definitely check it out. Vinny, what's going on with you, man? How was your weekend?
Man, my weekend was amazing. I had got pretty much caught up on where I needed to be up until this weekend. So I took a 4-day weekend, which in the summertime is super, super rare. So on the 4th, we went down to the new fireworks zone and got some fireworks. I felt like a criminal in there because all growing up, fireworks was illegal here in PA. And I remember, I remember my dad would have these little bottle rockets, and he would get from his buddy in fucking Maryland. And I was like 6 or 7, and I knew it was illegal because I heard my dad talking about it, and I was like scared we get in trouble. And and I'm just thinking about how much I miss my dad right now because he would be just laughing his ass off at shit that used to be illegal, like, but now it's okay. Now you can just go in a regular store and see weed on the shelves. Now you can go to a regular store and see rockets and fucking not just like sparklers and fucking like real fucking fireworks,
Yeah.
like
Real fireworks.
components
Real.
in the store.
Yep.
So we picked up some of those and had fun with it. I mean, fireworks aren't usually my thing, but I picked up some, and the kids liked it. And then we were gonna go to the beach again just because we didn't get enough of it last time, and all down the shore it was like colder than here, rainier, and
For
so we were like,
real.
yeah, it was Jersey, Delaware, everywhere it was raining like pretty much all weekend there, and we were like, all right, fuck it, we're gonna make the best of it. So Saturday we went to Hershey Park and just played like we hung out at the water park the whole day, and then I got whatchamacallit, we got like a pool for the kids in the back, and then I ordered whatchamacallit, an inflatable hot tub.
Yeah.
Nice.
So we got that in the back because I'm getting old, so be able to hop in there after like a long day is dope, and so you know what I mean.
That's what gotta work. That's what work.
So so they get outside time for the hot tub, and just in case I need drinks and stuff, they can hop in for a little bit. Just they got to put the name down on the clipboard, and
We know why you went in the hot tub, bro. Don't lie, dog. Don't lie. We know you, dog. Like what you got lie? Oh, okay. Everybody else watching. Okay, I got you.
Yeah, I can see Amber like now. She's probably like,
yep.
Next.
Off the list.
Come on. You got 5 minutes. Only 5 minutes in.
Wait. Where's the grapes? Get back to the car.
Where's the grapes? You go outside, you hear that careless whisper playing.
I can see. Yeah.
So yeah.
Be out there in some red velvet.
So yeah, we made the most of it, man. Like it was a chill ass weekend. We had a lot of fun just chilling at home, man. We just made the most of it. It was dope. I had a blast. So yeah.
Yeah, we didn't. What did we do this weekend, man? Like not too much. Saturday, we again because it wasn't really too much going on here. We went down, sat over there at Duke's out there on the deck. Had a couple drinks. Like I had like some teas. This tea, we don't drink, but we just had like just tea and sat back talk.
The river and everything.
Yeah, down here you gonna have something.
Nah, I can't drink, bro. I can't.
Well, I put some in your tea.
Nah, I can't drink, bro. I can't. Religious reasons, I can't do that.
My bad.
I can't.
Okay,
it's not going. I can't. Yeah, I definitely can, bro. But it was definitely a chill weekend. Yesterday, I didn't really do too much of nothing, But yeah, it was definitely a chill weekend. It really didn't do too much, but yeah, man, that was just the gist of it, and just kind of catch up on a couple things, rearranging the room. Finally put that Vader on the throne down at the bottom, bro. Like it took so long. Yeah, bro. Good, bro. It's incredible.
That's the Obi-Wan Kenobi Vader?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. That's the more articulated Vader. So you can articulate the legs.
That body on that is way
that body that they did on that one is incredible, bro. So
that's my third Vader, bro. I got the one.
That's
my
one
from Empire Strikes Back Vader, and I have the one from
Let me see. 1, 2, 3. That's the fourth one. The only thing I don't like about because of my Rogue One version, it's starting to pill, bro.
Bro, me too.
Yeah, it's starting to pill, bro.
The gloves, right?
Well, the gloves, and I think around just like the pleather around the suit. Some of the pieces on the suit
Thank
starting
God
to pill.
It hasn't gotten up that far, but it's just the gloves. I was going to go on eBay trying to find some more of those pleather gloves.
Yeah, it's starting to pill. That's the only one. But all the rest of them are pretty cool. This one's good. That material's, and then like I said, the Empire one's going to be dropping soon, so that'll be number 5.
Well,
yeah,
that one has that see-through helmet, bro. I'm happy to get that.
It has a see-through helmet, plus it has the Sebastian Shaw head sculpt. You got to get that, bro.
Yeah, I'm happy to get that.
You definitely got to get that one, bro. Like that's the definitive one to have. The Empire one, and then that's it. That's all you need at that point. But
yeah.
Anyway, before we actually dive in here, and before I actually go through the chat to see what's up with everybody, man, let me actually get over here and just talk about the places where we get these figures from and all our collectibles, comics, whatever it may be. Let me give a shout out to my man Ray over there at Underground Figures. If you ain't got it, he'll get it for you. Full transparency,
That boy
no
legit.
NRD. You hit him up, you'll get that figure in such a timely manner. Normally takes anywhere between 2 to 3 business days for you to receive it. Sign up for that newsletter so you're always up to date when your figure is going to be released. Also, when there's new figures coming. Ray is always good with just letting you know. He'll even track. Sometimes you ain't even got like if he sends something, he'll track it for you. He'll let you know where's when it's gonna arrive or what's going on with it. He's just a solid dude. So shout out to Ray over there from Underground Figures. I also want to give a shout out to my man Ray over there at Hawk Wars Toys. Again, not only do you get the figure that you're looking for, you get a comic book, sticker to boot, source material. On top of that, he makes sure that if there's grails out there that you want, he'll find it for you, reasonably priced when it comes to shipping and handling. Currently, he is the proud sponsor of the Summer Madness that's going on over there at the Figure Flex Friday Facebook group. So make sure you head on over there. The contest is going to be running it's actually going to be running into the first week of August. So make sure that you are in there now and you're getting those subs in there. So you already know we got that going. Next up, we got my man again, watch his sixth over there at Comic Relief and Comic Collectibles. I streamed with him yesterday. He's a funny ass dude, but he's going to actually be on Comic Book Talk with Friends, hopefully next Monday, because he's a comic head as well. So definitely want to get him in here, so we can actually sit back and kind of vibe out. Not only do you get your comics, 1/10 scale, 1/12 scale, any quarter scale, anything you're looking for, he'll get that for you and supply it. Such a cool dude, bro. Just always on point. And I think he's the motherfucker that sent me that free Thor from the Mighty Thor from Love and Thunder. So I think he's the one that sent this to me. I think he did, bro. Like, as much as I hate the movie, he did it and the figures dope as shit.
You're so conflicted.
Yeah, bro. Definitely, bro. But anyway, shout out to him. And then last but not least, I want to give a super duper shout out to my man, Brian Wong over there at Maju Case, Maju Space. If you're looking for an immaculate display, on top of that mono is going to be shipping pretty soon. I can't wait to get that so I can actually do a review on that. But again, can't wait for that. If you are looking for an incredible display, hit him up. Here's that mono right here. Hit him up and he will definitely take care of you because he is cool like that. That is my guy, definitely all day, every day. Let me get over here to chat to see who we got in here with us tonight, this evening. We got my man Charlie the Unicorn in the building. Brian Wong is the man. Definitely he is, bro. We got Malika Mabane, my man.
Peace, Mabane.
Real Negro Radio. Thank you for being here, brother, as always. We got Blazing Asian in the building. Evangeline. We got Jeffrey in the building, bro. So Jeffrey, Vinny, is
That's what's up.
as an artist.
Oh yeah.
I didn't even know that shit.
Yeah.
But bro, let me show you what he did, bro. I gotta show this, bro, because it shocked the hell out of me. But at the same time, hold on, let me get over here real quick. I'm gonna find it for you, bro. I didn't know he was dope like that, but bro, he did an amalgamation. He did like a juxtaposition of Jen Erso and Wonder Woman for me as an art piece, bro. And I was like, yo, hold up, stop playing, bro, stop. And he inspired definitely a movement now to whereas we had to include art prints now as part of the contest. But let me bring this up real quick, bro. He knew exactly what he was doing too, but I got to bring this up, man, because he killed this. Hold on, here we go. Yeah, he killed this, bro. You see that?
Oh, that's fire.
Yeah, so he did, and it was a quick sketch that he actually did during the show. So he did this quick sketch. I would hate to see once he's just, you know what I mean, just sits down and just like, yo, here. But this shit right here, bro. Oh, come on, man. Come on, man. That
good
shit
shit,
is
bro.
fire. Yeah, real good shit, bro. And again, nobody knew. Nobody had any idea that he was a dope artist like that because he kept.
Yeah, I'm out the loop. When is that's on Fridays?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so on Fridays around 7:30. 7:30 is Figure Flex Friday, so we actually normally run it for like about an hour and a half, sometimes 2 hours, depending on how many flexes are in here. So it's a lot. So
right.
so what it is like you can submit your collection, like your figures, and then we actually have the contest is also dedicated to artists. So art prints, you can submit your art prints,
on
anything that you got as in
on the
part of the
Facebook joint or on the show live? Like,
Facebook. You go to the Figure Flex Friday Facebook group, you
yeah.
submit your photos, and then we just pull them. So we'll pull all the ones for the week and stuff like that. Yep.
All right, cool.
Yep.
All right, Renz,
Yeah.
I'll check it.
Yeah. So everybody out there who's been involved in that, y'all can thank Jeffrey for doing it because he was the one who started that whole thing, that movement. So shout out to him. Renz Talentino didn't already submit like 85,000 already. So he was hype.
Yep.
Definitely, man. So thank you for being there. Speaking of Renz, he said, "Yo, Vinny should join Artflex. I'm a fan of his work." He is.
Likewise,
Well,
brother.
he said he is. So he's definitely going to submit some stuff. So he'll
I'll
basically
jump
join
in. That'll be fun.
Artflex. So definitely, we got. Let me see here. We got Eugenio in the building. Thank you for being here. Who else do we got in here with us? Let's see here. Pedro Lopez is in the building. Love that picture, bro. Thank you for being here. My man Cal was in the building. What's going on with you, Cal? As always, who else? We got Ed R is in the building. We got let me see who else is in here. We got Mark Lee in the building. Thank you for being here, bro. We got who else is in here with us? Marler 2745 is in the building. Thank you for being here. Who else do we got in here with us? Amber is in the building. Then mother Amber is in the building. Thank you for being here. We got Docinator, the Booty King, is in the building. Thank you for being here, bro. Who else do we actually got in here with us? We got Mr. Marashi in the building. Thank you for being here. Yep, I'm gonna do that. Thank you for being here. We got Luis Escoviva's in the building. Thank you for being here, my bro. Who else do we got in here with us? Oh man, quite a few people have actually been stomping the yard in here. I think we actually covered pretty much everybody so far. Let's see here. Anybody else? Yeah, I think we actually covered Eugenio. We said Eugenio, he's in here. Thank you for being here as always. What happened to Jason? It just dipped out, bro. Yo, already, Jay. Come on, bro. Come on, man. Reset your joint. Get back in here, bro. So, many I thought about this because San Diego Comic-Con is coming up. And Marvel is going to have a major presence, at Comic-Con, at San Diego Comic-Con, SDCC. Now, this is going to be pretty much, they're saying, one of the biggest within the last couple of years because since the pandemic, and also since, last year they weren't in attendance because of the writer's strike, everything that was going on, it wasn't too much that they could, and they were, too busy organizing, so they scaled back. But they're going to have a huge presence at SDCC and also D23. So
Usually what they focus on, D23,
Usually-
ignore everything else.
yeah, but I think basically they want to make a splash at both. So I wanted it because we had this conversation like a couple weeks ago. We were talking about quality over quantity, and we had our views on it. Like, you know what I mean? It's not a big deal when you have quantity. You know what I mean? As you can have both quality and quantity, right?
Yep.
So with that conversation and with the current placement, like for instance, you didn't see this, but today they released the Agatha All Along trailer, right?
Yep.
I watched it. I thought it was dope for what it was, for the premise of what it is. Her being a witch, there's some really haunting factors in it. I think it's going to be dope. I can't wait to see it. But, and the big but is I already saw Discord about Disney's handling of the Marvel franchise.
Yeah.
And I have my thoughts about that, bro, because I'm like, this discussion has been extremely vocal since the streaming properties dropped. It's been extremely vocal since.
Right.
Before all that, once we ended the Infinity phase, or when we were even in the Infinity phase, right? Like, there was no type of discord. Nobody was yelling. Nobody was upset. Everything was cool. But now, since we've gotten a lot of these streaming properties, we know that there were certain films, like some would deem hit and miss. I think for me, the biggest disappointment was Thor: Love and Thunder. And I think followed by a few disappointments in, like, I mean, there were certain points of, Quantumania that I dug, with certain parts of it that I didn't. But, just this, up and down aspect of Marvel, people are like, there's nothing that you'll be able to show me at D23 or SDCC that's going to change my mind that Disney is mishandling the properties. So why is it that we're saying that Disney is mishandling properties, but we weren't saying that the first 12 years? Yeah, what I mean?
There was no Disney Plus streaming. All their focus was on film.
Mm-hmm.
Similar to kind of like, well, what's going on with Star Wars is all their focus is on, television. Disney is doing, and Marvel is doing all their focus on television and film. And because of the strike, because of COVID, all that focus became super focused on television. And it was like, well, we don't have to worry about people not going to the theaters. We're trying to get subs for Disney Plus anyway. So it was all hands on deck for shows. And they pumped out a lot of shows. And in my opinion, I'd say a really good track record of shows. However, I'm pretty open-minded and like a lot of different things. So if you only like your big blockbuster, your Iron Mans and your Thors and your Avengers films, that was the focus for a long time, was their heavy hitters, and that's it. You know what I mean? And what wasn't necessarily a heavy hitter was made into a heavy hitter. So for the most part, all the stuff that was dropping and theater releases was big, successful franchises. And even if it wasn't great, like Iron Man 3 or Dark World or whatever, it was still your big players.
Yeah.
And they weren't doing put it like this, none of the, up until Endgame, none of the gambles didn't pay off. And that's the kicker, right? Like, you can take risks, and if you win, you're a hero. But if you fail, then it's like, oh wait, why'd you take that risk? So it's like, if Ant-Man had flopped, everyone would say, like, why the hell would y'all have made a movie about the Ant-Man? Who the fuck cared about Ant-Man? But it was good, so they looked like geniuses. Yeah. Guardians of the Galaxy was about a talking fucking tree and a raccoon, and it wasn't the most, a lot of people like to say, oh yeah, it talks shit about Guardians. No, many people weren't a fan of Guardians of the Galaxy before that film, and had it not been such a success, it would have looked foolish that they didn't do another one of the big heroes as opposed to doing Guardians. However, once they got to Disney Plus, they took broader risks to apply to bigger demographics and to do more creatively versatile things that they wouldn't have necessarily. Like, I don't think during the first phase or the second phase there would have been a Miss Marvel movie. That would have been too big of a risk. It's too niche. But on Disney Plus, you could do a niche show. And I think what happened is there's a lot of people who didn't understand and comprehend the fact that that's where that belongs. Like, you could take a gamble on a TV show because you could just not watch that TV show, and they don't have to pump $100 million in advertising and do a big feature film and all that for something that might not work. If Miss Marvel doesn't work on TV, it's a much bigger, easier pill to swallow than if they had tried to make a film out of it. Same with Moon Knight, same with the first season of Loki, same with whatchamacallit, same with Falcon and Winter Soldier. Like, Falcon and Winter Soldier was pretty safe. Maybe even Moon Knight was pretty safe. But something like Agatha All Along, no fucking way in hell they would make a film about that. But that's something that they can say, all right, we want to do this. This is something that we feel like is a creative, like, outlet that we have a cool story for. If not everybody in the world watches it, it's fine. But when you make a movie, you want, like, everybody go see that. So you're gonna put out really surefire stuff, especially Marvel. Like, they want to put out stuff that's pretty sure to hit. But when it comes to Disney Plus, you can put out a lot more experimental things, a lot more niche things, and I think that is a lot of what happened. Enough of them didn't quite hit with enough people that the overall experience combined with the films not hitting enough with enough people, like they got to blame uh, the quantity issue versus the quality issue instead of just saying, all right, some of these aren't for me anymore because now they're doing a whole lot of things. It's kind of like it's like if there was only 10 comic books period in your comic book shop and they were all Batman, Spider-Man, X-Men, Avengers, and they were all the big titles and they were all great, and then both Marvel and DC decide, all right, let's do these spin-off ones, and then some of them were good, some of them were bad, but now you have like 100 different comics in the comic book shop. If some of them are bad, that don't mean let's go back to only 10 comics being on your shelves. It means don't read that She-Hulk comic if you don't like it. Just read the Avengers comic if that's all you want to read. I don't know why it's so difficult. I mean, I bitch about She-Hulk as much as anybody, but I don't want them to stop doing shit that's different. Keep doing shit that's different, especially on Disney Plus. That's where that shit belongs.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it does.
People who love She-Hulk.
Yeah.
But She-Hulk, part of the reason I don't like She-Hulk is because I feel like it's a show that like shits on comic book readers that people don't like. All right, so if there's people out there that think comics are dumb but think She-Hulk is funny for making fun of them, and they watch it, and they can't wait for season 2, and they watch it over and over, and they love Tatiana or whatever the fuck her name was, and they love Wong and watching Soprano and all that shit is great to them. Cool, more power to you. Watch it. That's for you. It's not for me. That's fine. That's what Disney Plus outlet should be for.
Yeah.
Like, so I'm absolutely cool with
variety, more so variety. Whereas certain people have certain things that they can watch, other people have things that they can actually gravitate to. Again, I admit it. The first time around that I watched She-Hulk, I wasn't on board with it, but then I watched it again and I started understanding, like, okay, well, just based on the narrative and her narrative, it makes sense for her. You know what I mean? As a character, it made a lot of sense. So I was okay with it from that aspect of it. I was like, all right, cool, I get it. But for a lot of people, I know that, shows like that, shows like there will be a lot of people who gravitate towards Miss Marvel. Some people won't, based on its religious preferences, based on, just the ethnicity.
Being a teenager, like
there's a lot of them that won't. Yeah. It is crazy, but I do agree though, with it was somebody out there to chat, that just said it, and you definitely can't deny that was, and I think there was Blue Sunrise. He said that you can't deny the simple fact that it was in some aspects of it terrible writing. On certain shows there was some lackluster writing. What they did with Secret Invasion was a tragedy, bro.
Exactly.
It was a tragedy. The writing on that show and it started off like the conversation between Rhodey and Nick in the restaurant was fire. That was fire. And it was an opportunity to take the show in a totally different direction. I mean, what you got, even from the lead, from the villain, you know what I mean? It was incredible, but they didn't stick the landing. They dropped the ball, especially at the end. It was terrible at that point. And I don't know if it had anything to do with, and I even said, bro, I was thinking about this. I was like, yo, it's sort of like a lot of these writers knew that the writer strike was coming. So what they did was put out a whole bunch of bullshit real quick until they got what they wanted.
If you told me that it wasn't just an intro written by AI, that AI wrote the show to, I believe you. I mean, somebody sat down and wrote a scene of Nick Fury going into a top secret hidden bunker for his iPad. Bro, what the fuck? Like, there wasn't weapons, there wasn't guns down there. It was just his fucking iPad. It's like, come on, man. And they put all those different DNA strands of different heroes in one vial. Like, how would that work? It's mixed. It was bad.
Yeah, it definitely was, bro. Like, here's the thing, like, I think I'm not saying that they can't. There's no space for, because the thing is, I think we're supposed to be critical, right? Like, we're supposed to live in a space where we can have that level of criticism, because it only makes for a really, really good conversation, and then for them to push the needle forward and give us better content. Because if we don't voice our opinions and if we liked everything, then they get comfortable with it. Just like they got comfortable with the whole Infinity Saga. They felt as though, okay, everybody loves what we were doing. So, okay, well, let's welcome in new characters. Because you're a Marvel fan, you're gonna love the direction we take regardless. Not thinking about how much of a tragedy it would be to introduce the multiverse the way you've done it and to have every film self-contained. It made no sense.
If any, yeah, it's their bread and butter was having continuity between the films, and then with the multiverse, that that that's a breeding ground for continuity. So to not have different, I don't know, to not involve other, shows or properties in those films just made zero sense. Like to not take those opportunities, to not pull the trigger on continuity or multiverse,
Yeah.
and, and even Doctor Strange too. Like it was, yeah, definitely some missed opportunities there. But I don't think it's fair that the Disney Plus shows are lumped into the the failure of the success of the films, because if those shows weren't there, it wouldn't make those bad movies any better.
Yeah.
Well,
That's
And
true.
with the shows too, though, man, like they've been good on their own. I mean, I like the connectivity of all of the Marvel universe as
yeah,
well, but it's like the shows have been good standalones. Like Captain America, Winter Soldier was, I loved it. It was
yeah,
great.
Yeah.
Wanda was good all by herself. Um,
Yeah.
so I mean, those two alone to me stood out and did very well on their own. So, and I miss the connectivity too, like having that connective tissue with Marvel, that what they used to
Yeah.
do. But I
It's
mean,
it's just, you
it's
know what
not
it is?
it's not the show's fault that the movies haven't been connective at all.
No, here's the thing, like, because you have, the Disney. I look at the Disney Plus shows as their way of, like you have like your side quests in video games,
Side
and,
quest,
and
yeah,
you know
yeah,
what I
yeah.
mean. In these shows, you basically have your side stories to a
Hmm.
bigger picture. So we got an
Hmm.
understanding as to where Wanda was in her mind state. She had lost her family.
Yeah.
She watched, Vision get destroyed. The kids that were basically created, that she created, that were there, was everything was just an imagination at that particular point.
Hmm.
You know what I mean? So a lot of, the turmoil and the attachment, because again, she has abandonment issues and attachment. She lost her brother. She still
Hmm.
does, definitely do. So there was a lot of loss. And I think what WandaVision did successfully was that build up, where a lot of people were like, when they were watching, Multiverse of Madness, they were like, well, when did Wanda go bad? Well, you can't say that the show wasn't there to show you. You just probably never watched it.
The show definitely showed you.
It
Yep.
was it was there. And I
Mhm.
think with WandaVision, it was promising. When we saw that, it was promising. It was like, all right, we're off to a good start. We got the
Mhm.
Falcon and Winter Soldier. Myself, fucking
I
loved
loved it.
it.
I
I
loved it.
loved that season, bro. I loved everything about it.
Hmm.
But I
Hmm.
think, right after it, again, so after Falcon and the Winter Soldier, we got what?
It
I
was
think
WandaVision first, then it was Captain America Winter Soldier, then
It
it
wasn't
was
Moon Knight. It was something
no,
else before Moon
no, it
Knight.
was something before Moon Knight.
It was
Oh, She-Hulk. She-Hulk.
no, was
no,
She-Hulk before Moon Knight? No,
She-Hulk
She-Hulk
before
was
Moon
after
Knight.
Moon Knight.
Are you sure?
Yeah,
yes,
She-Hulk was after Moon Knight.
So Moon Knight was
was
I
it
thought it was
Loki?
She-Hulk.
What
Oh,
was it?
Loki.
Was it
Loki.
Yeah,
Loki?
Loki. Loki.
Loki.
So
Yeah,
Loki,
Loki.
definitely. Shout out to
Loki,
everybody
then
out there.
Moon
So
Knight,
yeah, it
then
was
She-Hulk.
Loki. It was
Hmm.
definitely Loki.
or was it
Uh,
Hawkeye?
Yeah.
it was Loki, then Hawkeye, because
Okay,
Hawkeye came
Loki,
out around
Hawkeye,
like the holiday season. So we got
She-Hulk.
Hawkeye, and then after Hawkeye, I think it was because before we got Moon Knight, didn't we get no, or did we get? We got the Halloween special, the Werewolf by
No, we
Night
had the
after
Christmas
Moon Knight,
special,
right?
the Halloween special, and the Christmas special.
Yeah, so we had a lot of these particular
Yeah,
shows, but
yeah.
I think the biggest failure to me of the Disney Plus Marvel series, the biggest failure for me, even beyond She-Hulk, was Secret Invasions, bro.
Oh, I agree. I agree. I
That
agree.
was terrible. It
Bro,
was
that Rhodey, the
terrible,
Rhodey,
and that was lackluster writing, bro.
no, the Rhodey explanation,
Yeah,
that was trash.
yeah, bro.
That was trash. So
That
Rhodey
was
don't even
that,
know that Tony died.
bro. Right.
Come on, dog.
So I mean, that's what I'm saying. Like it had Secret Invasion. It destroyed. Like, and the
Yeah.
thing is, reading the comics and know where we
Yep.
were at with the comics, and there, and you know what? It's not going to be a direct derivative of the comics. We get that by now. We know that they have to modify stories. They did that with, the whole Infinity Saga. We know that
Iron
they were
Man and
successful with that.
Ant-Man.
Yeah, they've done that. But this was a complete deviation on so many different levels, bro. It was this complete, and then on top of that, you have a character out there that possibly is the most powerful being on the planet, just running around with everybody's power right now. And how are you going to tie that together? You know what I mean? Like, how are you going to basically fix that? As much as I love the Eternals, how are you going to basically fix the simple fact that Tiamat is you know what I mean, pretty much outside, is living inside the planet, big as shit, where everybody can see it? How are you going to fix that? I'm pretty sure satellites can see that. You know what I mean? Like, it's there. How are you going to fix that where there's no conversation? They mentioned it in She-Hulk, but that was it. How are you going to fix that aspect of it, bro? How are you going to fix these films that came to a conclusion with no tie-ins, but we're expected to basically follow it? It makes absolutely no sense. Like, even as much as I love the Multiverse of Madness, you mean to tell me no other Avengers are going to get involved in this shit? Like, it just, I don't know. Again, I think that it was everybody, and like, I even, what Blue Sunrise said, is like too many writers, too many cooks in the kitchen, too many writers there. And even She-Hulk made fun of that when she basically jumped into, she broke the fourth wall and went into the writer's room. And you see all those writers in there coming up with ideas. That's what I'm saying. Like, you have all these writers that don't know how to be on one accord and really write a solid story and stick to the script. Everybody has just throwing shit at the wall just to see what's going to stick.
Yeah, I agree with that.
And I think that there's missed opportunities when you do stuff like that. But a lot of us have to stop blaming the actors, man. The actors are they're going to act based on the script that was written and the direction. Stop blaming them. Let's talk about these writers. Let's talk about, basically the direction a lot of people are taking when it comes to these franchises. Like Vinny's been saying for a long time. It's not about fucking, quality over quantity. We can have both because you proved it. You proved it once before. So why can't that be a repeated process? It just doesn't make sense to me. It really, really, really doesn't make sense to me. But I have never, bro, I haven't even gone back since that show ended. I have never gone back to watch Secret Invasions. I don't even know if it's still on Disney Plus. That's how much I was getting for real, bro. I don't even know if it's still on there because I don't search that shit out at all. I really don't. Like, I literally would watch, and like I did, I watched the entire season of She-Hulk. I would watch that again over this bullshit. Never again, bro. Never again. But, I mean, it is what it is. Here's to SDCC. Hopefully the upcoming slate is good. Hopefully, we get some really dope announcements. Hopefully they finally say that Blade is in production.
Yo, the whole crowd can be like this.
Yeah. It's gonna be like that conceited meme. That's it.
Yep.
Everybody's gonna have a conceited emoji over their head, bro. Like, yeah, right.
Mm-hmm.
That shit ain't happening.
I'll let you tell it.
Yeah, that shit ain't happening. Good example. Blade should be the wheeziest slam dunk movie to make, but crickets, rewrites, and delays. Yep, it is. It's an unfortunate thing. They're making a Blade movie. Yeah, Blade coming 2040. You know what I mean? It'd take Wesley Snipes as old man Blade at this point. Yep. And I'll take that shit.
Ali's gonna be old man Blade at this point.
Yeah. You know what I mean? I'll take that shit. Like, let's go. The shame about Blade. 2-part Halloween special, Howling Commandos and Werewolf by Night. Can't would be cool. Right? That
I
would
want
be dope.
I want to see
That
Feige
would be
bring
dope.
out Jonathan Majors.
Nah, me neither.
We'll see.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Anyway, let's get to the artist feature of the week. Now, Vinny, this was one that you basically wrote down on the list.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
man.
Yep.
I dropped a few recommendations, and Dan Mora is. I'll let you enjoy it. My fault.
no. Go ahead and talk about it,
Yeah,
bro. I want you
uh,
to because you
Yep.
brought it up.
yeah. So Dan Mora is one of the guys that I've realized that we haven't talked about yet, and I love
Yeah.
talking about DC
Yeah.
artists because I don't know, DC artists are always cool to me because growing up, like it was always like DC was more well known for the writing, and Marvel had the better artists,
And
and it
coming
was
from
always
a
like
fire comic
it was
book
always
story
like
like
a
Secret
back and forth thing, and
Invasion to the TV series that we got was just awful.
what happened?
What you say, Jay? Is he still here?
Yeah, I think it was like a delayed audio.
Yeah.
All right.
Go ahead, though.
So yeah, but Dan Moore is like one of the DC artists that for years has been killing it. His work is like super clean, super crisp. I love his character designs. He does some amazing like costume redesigns for so many characters. He kills it on Batman all the time, Superman, Batman all the time, Teen Titans.
Teen Titans. I was about to say the
Oh
Teen
man,
Titans.
his
Yeah.
Teen Titans shit is fire. I love his style. His style definitely reminds me of like the animated style. Like it's very sleek, very like Batman Beyondish. Um, his yeah, his style is just very dynamic, and it reminds me a lot of like animation style.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
a
yeah, yeah.
lot of slick, smooth, you know, clean lines, very just like very deliberate. Like
2040.
just catching up. Uh,
Hey,
but yeah, like his
yep.
costume redesigns, his work on Superman is
Yep.
fire, and I just
Keep
love his
going.
stuff, man.
Yeah, I think. Yo, is he still catching up?
Yeah.
He was like, yeah, bro, but nah, his work with the Titans is incredible, bro. Like, again, a lot of clean art, like you said, the redesign on the actual suit. This cover right here, like it definitely looks like it's inspired by anime.
Yep.
Definitely incredible, bro.
Wow.
Right? Jay, are you with us, man?
Wow.
Jay, you with us, bro? Here's the Titan. Here's the Titans, bro. Like,
Oh god.
Jay. Yo, yo, he dipped out. Anyway, he'll be back. He'll catch up. But yeah, like everybody's dying like a fuck. Yo, he's so delayed. And that shit was so
Yeah.
fucking
He was
funny.
like, "Wow," and I have no idea what he could have been. He could have been wild on some shit we said like 18 minutes ago.
Yeah, but you know what? When I think of Dan Mora, bro, like in just his work, like when you added it to the list, it's like, yo, his transition into live animation would be dope.
Yeah.
If they would ever let him, or if he drew some type of an interest in doing it, because I think his work would definitely translate, really, really, really well.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? Especially like, bro, like the stuff that he does, even with Nightwing, bro. Like,
I don't know if there's any like famous arcs that he did that might make like a DC animated film, but like you know how if they take a famous story, they'll try to like come close to that artist style.
yeah,
But if I would love to see them like use his style on it because it definitely like pops. It's super.
yeah,
Yeah, his Nightwing is crazy.
yeah. His Nightwing, but definitely, like I said, his Titans work, bro, and you can tell, like for him, where the importance are, and again, like I said, like it's solid, definitely solid color lines, bro.
Yeah,
Um, like that's crazy. It's attention to detail, shading, everything about his work is definitely impeccable, man. Like, do you think now, bro, was he ever at New York Comic Con?
had to be, but I don't remember meeting him.
Because me neither, bro. I definitely don't remember meeting him. I,
Yeah,
I I don't remember seeing him at all. But I
yeah,
know like
he might be a
his
West Coast guy. I don't know, but I don't think I absolutely was like. Uh, but yeah, I don't remember seeing him in New York. I think I would have remembered. I think he might have just be more West Coaster. I'm not sure, but I'm definitely gonna be looking out for him because I don't think I have any of his prints.
yeah, he does. And now that you say it, he does kind of remind you of Terry Dodson, bro. Like a lot of his work, Terry Dodson's like, slightly his work is a bit more mature, but still like the same blend when it comes to like color and sequence and stuff like that. Really, really, really a dope artist. Dan did some awesome work on Power Rangers before he hit DC. Word.
Definitely
Word.
seems like he definitely seems like he would do some dope Power Ranger stuff.
Word. But definitely, like I said, quality. And like you said, like even like with his reinterpretation of certain suits, um, solid, like definitely solid work with a lot of his stuff. Even like some of the stuff he did on Shazam, the Shazam family, pretty much everything from that line, even Supergirl, a lot of stuff that he did with that. Um, even like this print, like this one right here, this even like some of the stuff he did with Marvel, like even like the Captain Marvel print, that he did was solid. Pretty much as a piece. Um, he's definitely doing some good stuff, bro. Like
Yeah,
he's
I
definitely
was I was looking it up, and for those out there interested, like check out Dan Mora redesigns, and like he does them just for fun. I've seen him posted like on his Instagram different things where he just does like a whole bunch of like different looking Nightwing suits or Batman suits or Superman suits or even Bat Family suits, and it's just a whole bunch of different ones. He's just a man. Like he does
yeah.
like definitely like that's one of his favorite things to do is just like mess around with suit designs. Like he definitely has an eye for um, character design, concepts. Like talented motherfucker, man, talented.
Hmm. Definitely a talented dude, bro. Like is and the thing is, it's like he's what's dope about his work is it's true to form comic. It's true to form comic accurate. You know what I mean? It's like true to form, like invested in these characters and the expression, the emotion from these particular characters, bro.
Mhm.
Definitely a solid dude, bro. Love his work.
And I like his style. Like he draws everybody lean, and like as we all know, a lot of comic book artists draw everybody super roided up and huge, and he draws the majority of his his characters like lean and slim. Like his Batman is is like a believable dude. When some people draw Batman, like you would know like hold up, that's not like a
Mhm.
corporate like CEO. He's huge, but he draws even his Superman isn't that huge. It's like he draws a lot of people kind of streamlined, which is a very interesting and cool look. Which makes like his Spider Man's too looks great too. Like he does some work for Marvel, but I just know him a lot more for his
For
DC stuff.
DC work.
Yeah,
Yeah. So he's definitely a very prolific artist, incredible
his Martian,
artist.
his Martian Manhunter is fire too. Like the way he draws the alien style is incredible.
Bro, of course, like, I'm kind of biased because, even, what he does, with my favorite character is incredible. Wonder Woman, of course. How he draws her, just by detail, a lot of work that he actually puts into it is incredible, bro. Like
Yeah.
a lot of his sequences, um, really solid. Like definitely solid work. One shot stuff that he actually does is incredible. So again, shout out to him, man. Shout out to man Dan Mora, for a lot of his work. I mean, sorry, Jason couldn't be here to talk about it. Um, you know, Spectrum like a motherfucker, man. Spectrum like a motherfucker. Ain't that crazy? I was just gonna say I like the way he draws Wonder Woman. Yep, bro. Yeah, bro. You already knew. You already know, bro. The way he does Wonder Woman is fucking phenomenal. His work, just the intensity he gives. Bro, this right here, and this was just, hold up, where's it at? Here it is. Here it is. Here it is. Here it is. This right here, boy. Look at that.
Yeah.
Quality, bro. Solid work. So definitely, man, shout out to Dan Mora for a lot of his work, man. Definitely incredible artist. And DC needs to be utilizing him a lot more than what they do, bro. Like straight up. So again, shout out to him. Moving on, we're going to move into the pick of the week, the comic book pick of the week. And this is something that, and we're going to go to some of the pictures, but this is a book that you chose. You said you actually finished this. And this is the Saga Compendium 1. You said you finished it already?
Absolutely. Yeah. So I had got the first trade paperback, like maybe, I don't know, a couple years ago, and I just never got around to reading it. And I read a couple issues of it over the summer at some point, and I liked it enough that I wanted to read get more than that trade paperback, because I like getting compendiums if I can versus trade paperbacks, because it's cheaper and it's easier to read. So I got the compendium, and I had off last weekend, and we went down to the beach, and I just read it on the beach, and I couldn't put it down. Like this bad boy is like this thick, and I read this in a week.
Damn.
It's the compendium contains 54 issues, and it is essentially about warring extraterrestrials and that fall in love, like a man from one extraterrestrial race and a woman from another. Um, so they basically like defy, obviously all that everybody in the world knows. Um, there's a planet at war with its moon, and this war is going on for ages and ages and ages, and they fall in love and have a daughter, and that pisses off obviously both sides because it's a abomination. So they're two different species, and uh, of all the atrocities both sides have taken over in the war, the one thing that neither side wants is peace, because war is profitable. There's many political overtones in the comic, but they never beat you over the head with them. It has a lot of great humor, but it never goes out of the way to try to be funny all the time. My bad for some of these being smaller thumbnails. I thought they would have showed up right on the screen. My bad. But there's incredible writing from Brian K. Vaughan. He's done some amazing stuff like Wild Last Man. Like Brian K. Vaughan is like practically a household name for comic book artists. Like he's done some amazing stuff with Ultimate Line back in the day, and it's just really, really incredible. But it's essentially, I'm trying to talk about this without spoiling much, but it's essentially a space opera with super violence. There's a lot of nudity, so this one is not for your children. Definitely mature audiences only. Lots of adult content and lots of inappropriate stuff. It's not quite as shock value as The Boys, but there's plenty of shock value in it. There's a lot of definitely adult themes and overtones. A lot of stuff that's super inappropriate. A lot of violence, but a ton of heart and soul in the characters. The characters are super well written, super hard, super interesting. Every character that they introduce is like you connect with so many people in this comic that it's like even when they do sidebar stories about a random character that's in it, you're enthralled. Like every character in the comic is like very creative, very like super creative magic, super creative action sequences. There's tech that's amazing. There's aliens that are really interesting. Like it's a ton of amazing world building too, because there's so many things that are different about the spaceships. There's things that are different than what we would think of when it comes to the way they use the weapons. There's alien creatures that have special properties and do different things. It's I couldn't put it down. It's very, very, very good. I highly, highly recommend it. If you like, um, I don't know, if you like anything sci-fi, anything action, anything drama, anything great art, anything great writing, this has all of that. So I would pick up, even if you picked up like the first trade that was just the first 6 issues. That's the cover for that. Uh, you'll like. I'm sure you'll love it instantly. It's incredible.
So these are two different races here.
Yeah, like the dude who has the horns. He he's from a planet, and then like their people are like more humble people, and they use magic. They're more like old school, and her race is more futuristic, and they
Mhm.
have wings, and they've been at war for forever, centuries, and virtually every other planet or moon or race in the galaxy has taken one side or the other, and it's gone on forever. Like think of Middle East times infinite. So like it's just a war that's gone on forever and never and ever, and so much business, so much uh, culture, so much politics. Everything is tied up and into this war. So these two falling in love and having a child, like that breaks what is supposed to be normal. So
Mhm.
it's like it's business as usual, politics as usual. Well, this goes against it. So they want the baby either dead or hidden, so that way it doesn't come out as advocacy to stop the war, because there's too much money and too many things, too much riding on keeping the war going for so many different people that they don't want that to happen. And there's so much, because like there's reporters who found out, and people are after reporters. People are trying to kill them. So basically, they're on the run from everybody because they sent out bounty hunters to kill them, so that way the story is silenced. And there's like crazy characters. Like there's a race of robots that like have like TVs for faces, and it's just so
Mhm.
much like really incredible stuff. Like the poor robots have like old school like 13-inch black and white TVs, and like the king is like a giant flat screen TV. Like there's
Damn.
so much like weird, and like when they think of stuff, like when they're sleeping, you just see like what they're
What the
dreaming about on
screen?
the screen. So like they can
Mhm.
accidentally give away what they're thinking. It's fucking insane. And then there's like different creatures that are like incredible too. Like there's the one bounty hunter has a cat that's a lion cat. So like if you tell him like, no, I don't know where the money is, cat be like a lion. Like it's a like a living lie detector.
It
There's so much,
senses things.
it like senses the palpitations of your heart. Like it knows when people are lying or not. And there's all kinds of different creatures, races, and aliens that they run into that have different bizarre uh, powers, or it's just so dope. And every time you think like you have it figured out, like they twist it and they add some cool shit in there. It's like it's just it's so incredible and creative. It's so creative. Like there's so many different characters and worlds and weapons that are just insanely imaginative. So I loved it. I couldn't put it down. It was so far. So this is the first compendium. It collects the first 54 issues. I think they're on like 67 or something like that now, but it's finite. I think there's going to be like 108 issues. So there'll be a Saga Compendium 2, but the series is still ongoing. So I'll probably like either look to catch up on on the singles, or wait till the Compendium 2 is out and read the back half. But highly
Yeah.
recommend it. I would definitely check it out. There's a lot of people in here who like similar shit than we do, so I think y'all would dig it.
So basically, you got the first compendium,
Yeah.
which leads into like the second.
Yep.
Um, okay, okay.
Yep. Yep. Yep.
So it's just like contains stories in the first compendium, and then it after that it moves. Okay,
Yeah. The which the series is still ongoing now. So the first 54 issues are compiled into the first
Okay.
compendium here, and then they're on like 67 or something. So there's been like 13 issues since this dropped.
Got you. Got you. Hey, Jason, can you hear us? No. I just answered my question. He can't. He just dipped out. It's just yeah. Let me see here. Saga is an incredible series. I read the first 50 issues. So original. I would love to see a movie series. Hmm. See? Okay. Definitely gotta check it out because I'm just now hearing about it.
Yeah, it's
Uh
incredible. You'll love the artist too. Is another a female artist that we eventually got to talk about. Her name is Fiona Staples.
okay.
Her shit is incredible. It's just a really cool, smooth art style. A lot of just a lot of amazing colors, a lot of vibrancy. It's a smooth, easy read too. It's dope. I love everything about it.
Hmm. So yeah, I'm gonna have to check it out, bro.
Yeah,
Because you make it sound like interesting and I trust your judgment on it. So
it's fire.
uh I definitely want to check it out. Shout out to Jason, man. I hope eventually you know, I hope that Spectrum works it out with you, bro.
He said
Cause
his power went out.
yeah, power just came back on, thank God. So he said it just came back on.
Yep. So he
All
should be
right.
back in a minute. And
Yeah.
yeah, Blazing. I'm glad you checked it out too. Saga's fire. Blazing up on it too. So
He
yeah, man.
said that we could talk Superman now since Jedi is sidelined. That's funny.
Yeah, yeah. When he comes back, we should be like, all right, and that wraps up our Superman discussion.
Yeah, right. Just to see what he says, to see what he actually says. Moving on here real quick though. I want to talk about this because again, um, rumor has it that Marvel or the Russos met with Marvel about Avengers 5. Now, we know that originally the Russos had threw their interest in on Secret Wars. They said if Marvel goes down this road, that they would definitely want to come back and do Secret Wars. I mean, and it's like, okay, we knew that, but then a lot of people were talking about, yeah, that would be a good fit. We know that, since the Russos left after the Infinity Saga, people were like, we need the Russos back. Why would you basically part ways with them? Now, we've gotten entries from the Russos. We've gotten a couple of shows, a couple of movies that were on Netflix, and even 12 Bridges that we actually got right after the saga. With rest in peace, Chadwick Boseman. But they haven't really been putting out too many hits since Winter Soldier, since the Infinity War, since Civil War, since Endgame. They haven't really been putting out too many hits on their own. Now, also it came out, Vinny, that they said that there was basically a bit of tension between Marvel and the Russos based on certain characters that they wanted to introduce, and them standing firm on certain characters and, taking certain characters away. I don't know what the situation was, but we know that there was a rift there as well.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think, because I have my thoughts behind this, but how do you feel about the Russos wanting to come back and Marvel just saying, yeah, not right now. Nah, we're okay. If this is true, what do you think about that?
I think it's another uh, another bad look for Marvel because you have the guys responsible for arguably the best thing that they've done as a studio, and they put out Winter Soldier, Civil War, Infinity War, and Endgame. I'm sorry, they've made some average films on Netflix, but with that Marvel resume, I would
Yeah.
I would be bending over backwards to give them, you know, a crack at another film without a doubt. and it's not like they wanted to keep making film after film. They went away. They were like, you know what? We good. We did what we wanted to do here. Love y'all. Let me know how it goes. Oh, but if y'all ever do Secret War, hit me.
Yeah.
And then they're like, and then Marvel's like, you know what? Yeah, whatever. That's cool. Hey, y'all. Want y'all want to do Secret War? It's like, hold up. We did all this for you, and all we
Mhm.
want to do is this particular story, and y'all wait until we out, and then it's kind of like, hold up. That's kind of like everybody. That's kind of like if you go to a sleepover and your family goes to your favorite restaurant without you.
Yeah.
It's like, hold up, y'all could have went any night this week.
Y'all, we could have went before you took me over here. You know what I mean? You could have before we
coulda
went to
went.
your sleepover. We could have did that. You know what I mean?
Why y'all playing? Yo, y'all knew I wanted to go there. I'd be pissed. Because they specifically said we cool on Marvel, but if y'all do Secret War, let me. They've been saying that since jump, and
Yeah.
I'm sorry, yo. If they like ruffle some feathers with, I know that people have certain issues with like Hulk and some other things, but like I've always kind of had some pushback against that. Like it, it was necessary for the story or whatever, but I feel like there's so much that they could have done with Secret War if they already knew the story enough to know that they wanted to do it.
Yeah.
So, and yeah, Thomas, like I love Toying with Bridges. I like Gray Man. I know it wasn't critically acclaimed, but these were Netflix joints. Who knows what numbers
Yeah.
they did anyway?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I liked it. I know that it was like it wasn't. They didn't put out a lot of bunch of theater blockbusters, but the industry's been kind of shaky on theater movies doing well. Anyways, Russos are like legendary to me. I would love to see another Marvel's Russo's film. It looks like this is them saying, "Nah, we ain't feeling y'all no more," which makes zero sense to me because, and here's why. Oh, we're struggling, so let's see if we could throw another like 50 million at Robert Downey Jr. to come back, or Chris Evans to come back and do a show about Return to Stones because we're struggling and we need these, you know, legacy actors to come back and reprise their roles. But hold up, what about the legacy directors?
Yeah.
I mean, because if you have the right director, you can make new legacy characters and legacy actors be stars. There's
Mhm.
a reason why. I mean, First Avenger wasn't the greatest film of all time to me, but Winter Soldier sure as fuck was up there. Civil War was sure as fuck up there.
Yeah.
Age of Ultron wasn't the greatest Avengers of all time. Then you had Infinity War. I mean, these cats know what they're doing.
They know exactly what they're doing, bro. They know how to and they know how to work with multiple characters on a set.
Exactly.
They know how to basically take multiple characters and give each individual character space where it's not congested. Fuck what they. I mean, again, like you can't. Again, I was a person who liked 21 Bridges as well.
It's
You know what I
insane to
mean?
me that the Russos are like, you know what? We'll come help y'all out. And then them like, nah, we good. We still winning over here. Are you? Are you winning over there?
Yeah, right.
Do you not need the Russos? Okay.
Yeah,
Meanwhile, uh, they're gonna get like, I don't know, somebody who directed one of the episodes of some Disney Plus show to do these films. Like you have,
yeah.
and they know how to work within the Marvel formula. And not a lot of high profile directors want to come make a movie for Marvel and have to do it under their supervision. So you had the Russos who already know what it is, know how to work with y'all. I was baffled hearing them say not just jump on it. I mean, it doesn't make any. Their director news that we've seen of late has been, let's just say, frustrating at the least to me to not jump on a chance to work with the Russos again for their dream project is insane.
Yeah, yeah, bro. Here's the thing, because they were, and I think like Marvel does, they put a lot of stock behind Levy, Sean Levy, because he was one of the ones that got like the first, I think it was like the first selection deal where he can pass on it if he wanted to. If he wanted to say he wanted that, wanted in, they can do that. But they put a lot of stock into him based on, his current pedigree, his resume, where he's currently at right now with Deadpool, which again was reviewed over there in, I guess they got over in China, they got a chance to see the first 30 minutes of the show. You know what I mean? Or the movie. And one of the biggest things that I was kind of, skeptical about, which I'm kind of like a little bit scared and nervous about, was they were like, a lot of people are going to love this film, but then there's going to be a lot of people who are just going to go ballistic and nuts, laughing their asses off. And I'm like, I don't want to be that percentage, because I don't want a jokey joke film like the whole way through. But it's Deadpool, so it's to be expected.
Yeah.
But it was just how they presented it, what they said about it. And I'm like, well, it is what it is. But to have the Russos come in, bro, and, again, people who you are definitely used to working with and have definitely turned out some hits for you, to say that, nah, we're good. Yeah, nah, bro. I don't believe that. I don't believe that. Like that right there is tough. That's a tough situation. You know what I mean? That's a tough situation to let slide and say we're okay, and you may not be. You know what I mean? So I don't know. It's again, bro. Like I said, I mean, the Russos they've shown improved. They've given you Infinity War. They've given you Endgame.
Four bangers.
4 bangers, bro. Like Civil War. The Winter Soldier, which is arguably the best Marvel film released. Literally, it was one of the best.
If you made a top 5 Marvel films and asked 100 people on the street, they would have probably 3 to 4 of them
on their slate.
Top 5.
Yep.
Yep. So to take that and be like, we all right, we got the Deadpool guy.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, they are baiting. They're putting their eggs in one basket for that particular, because he's good in that space. Not every director is good with everything else. He might be good there, but and here's the thing: is it's like we're not. If he's good for if Deadpool is a success, which I'm hoping it will be with the hype I want it to be. If it's a success, and if they think that Sean Levy is the right person, okay, all right, well, maybe we don't have to overlook that. We can just, but so far, bro, like,
I mean, Free Guy, Deadpool, that's fine for the funny shit, man. But Secret War ain't supposed to be funny. And none of the Russo films were funny. They were able to make serious films that had jokes, but they weren't funny films.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't think anybody who knows what Secret Wars is says, "Oh, let's get somebody who knows how to inject some humor into this."
Yeah,
funny about fucking Secret War.
I don't know, bro. I'm hoping if there's a rhyme or reason behind it, and again, we always have to sit in that space where we don't know until we watch it. I'm just hoping that eventually, once we get there, right now we just want a well-written film. Fuck what a director does. Right now, I'm more so concerned about the writing than anything, bro. The writing to me has to be on point and solid. Get it in the hands of the director, find the right actors for it, boom, let's get it going.
Yeah.
But they got a big hill to climb, because again, like we talked about earlier, there's a lot of you can't just skip the Avengers 5 and forget about the multiverse that you created.
Well, first of all, wouldn't Secret War be Avengers 6? Isn't Kang Dynasty technically Avengers 5?
Well, they're Avengers 5, they got rid of the Kang Dynasty name. It's not Kang Dynasty anymore.
Okay.
They're just naming it. It's titled Avenger 5.
So there'll be an Avengers film before Secret War.
Yes.
So maybe
Avengers 5 and then Secret Wars.
All right. Well, let's hold out hope then. Maybe they still get the Secret War gig, but not Avengers 5.
Yeah. Yeah. And that was my thing. That's what it could definitely be. It could definitely be that. But the Russos did the show Community, a comedy. If you can do comedy, you can do drama. This is true.
But here's what's smart: they know how to do comedy, but they know when not to.
Yes, that's my point. Is it's true that they do comedy, but they know how to basically or inject comedy at the right moments. They can do that, whereas Taika Waititi just wants to make an entire film jokey joke and just throw stupid shit in there. You know what I mean? Like that to me, and the thing is, we have to give Deadpool some grace because of the character of who he is, breaks the fourth wall. Again, it's an opportunity to kind of reshape some things. We don't know where it's going to go. For all intents and purposes, this movie could be dope as shit, and I hope it is because we're going to go see it. But if we're talking about the Russos and the formula that they basically bring, and here's the thing, bro, maybe to play devil's advocate, they have a vision and they have the right director picked out that we just don't know about. And somebody who basically might have a vision, the writing might be on point, and we just got to wait and see. If it's that point, then I'm okay with that. You know what I mean?
It's possible. It's just it seems like
Yeah.
you got the opportunity here for some home run hitters to
Yeah.
give you another at bat, and at this point, they kind of need another home run. So, I mean, especially considering, like I said, like, and some people mentioned like their budget and stuff. Like, you got them desperate enough to be like talking to RDJ again, desperate enough to be talking to Chris again, and the whole point of that is like, all right, going back to the well because they're desperate. I mean, Russo's is, Russo's is that for you too.
Yeah.
If not more so, in my opinion, because then you can make new stars that you don't have to like keep relying. I mean, I don't want them to have to keep relying on like you look at what the Russos did, and they helped make new, like they introduced Spider-Man, they introduced Black Panther, like they introduced a lot of themes and a lot of shit that they made Captain America cool. Like,
yes, they did.
I mean,
yes, they did.
I don't know. I mean, we'll see. It's yet another we'll see. So I don't know, but so if Avengers 5 isn't Kang Dynasty, they haven't said what it will be then, because it seems like, I don't know. This what I'm talking about. We didn't have to wear it like this in phase 1 and 2. It was like, all right, cool, we good. They
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, Thomas, he did. So Levy did turn down Avengers 5. So they're still basically trying to find a director for the movie, which I think they already have a director. They just haven't made the announcement. They'll probably make it at D or actually at SDCC or D23. We'll probably get the news then. But yeah, he turned it down. Again, we just got to wait and see who's next. But I don't know, man. Maybe it's just one of those things where I got to basically take my own advice, is that we just have to move beyond things and don't get too comfortable with it and just give everybody else a chance. The Russos had their run with, what they gave us, which will always be etched in stone as some of the greatest content of all time. They gave us, basically a 2-point-something billion film. You know what I mean? So, it's etched in that way. So they'll, again, they're already cemented there in that space. Maybe somebody else comes along and they have something else to offer. Or like you said, maybe we do get the Russos when it comes to Secret Wars. We just got to kind of wait and see. I just hope it's dope. Whatever Marvel's doing at this point, I just hope y'all get this shit right and it's dope. I don't want to stop the show without talking about this real quick, because I think it's worth, we got to have this discussion, bro. Yeah. So we got basically the guy Gardner in the Hawk Girl photos, right?
Here comes Jay.
Where's he at?
I don't know, but he's gonna appear like fucking
I, yeah, I,
It's like
yeah.
he's gonna appear like the fucking
Where's he
boogie.
at?
He got
I'm
you.
waiting for him, bro. I'm waiting for the pop in. He probably like, oh, bruh, I got to get in here, man. What that? I can hear him now, man. Come on, bruh. Come on. But okay, so Jay just waiting for this topic. It's here now. So yeah, bro. Like we got some of the set photos here of their interpretation of Guy Gardner. We know, Nathan Fillion is playing Guy Gardner. Um, what what are your thoughts on this costume, bro?
Well, my knee jerk was what the fuck, and I of course like read what some other people were saying, and I was reminded of the Terrifics.
Yeah,
So it's possible that this is just Gunn interpreting the Terrifics, and the Terrifics, of course, were led by Mr. Terrific, and most
yeah,
of the team members, except for Damage, I believe,
yeah,
had matching suits that were like the T, which is insane because I don't know, like I can't think of another because I never read the Terrific, so I was pretty ignorant about it. I didn't know much about it. I don't
mm,
know of another instance of a team book where all the members of the team just wore like different like costume where their costumes were like a play off the team leader.
yeah,
Like
yeah,
like it'd be like an Avengers comic where everybody had stars and stripes, different versions of it because of Captain America being the leader. Like it's very weird. Or like Justice League, everybody in Justice League, they all
yeah. Yo,
yeah, bro.
he said,
That's definitely them. The Heights.
he said
Yeah,
the heights.
Heights.
Yo. Yo, come on,
I
bro.
mean, I wouldn't consider it terrific. So yeah. Whew,
Wow,
jeez.
bro, that's
Yeah,
crazy.
man. Like, man, we've seen. Man, I almost missed before social media where you didn't see shit like this. If it was bad, you didn't know until it came out
Yeah,
because I,
yeah,
there's no there's no comic book fan in my to my knowledge over the course of the past 30 years since this man has been out that ever said I can't wait to see a movie with Guy Gardner in it ever. Uh, Man, the suits look bad. Hawker looks bad. It reminds me of the only upside I would give it is I thought the same thing when I first seen Titans.
yeah.
Those leaked photos looked horrible, and it wound up being much better. So hopefully this is much better. I do wish everybody would stop saying, "Oh, they're gonna add CGI." It's like if you got to add CGI to every costume that you make, that and we see people walking around New York Comic Con with like movie looking costumes, and they can't do that in actual films. You got a problem. But yeah, these look like they look like they just happen to be people who just walk around with some fruity ass like leather suits on. It don't look like it doesn't look great. It doesn't look great at all, and it's
Yeah, yeah, bro.
I mean
Yeah, I mean, it's behind the scenes, bro. It is post
it's behind the
production.
scenes. It's going to look
I
bad.
mean, pre-production,
I try not
and yeah,
I try not to judge with behind the scenes shit. It's just yeah, it's Guy Gardner. So like even Guy Gardner at his best, it's still fucking no one wants to see Guy Gardner, man. And he doesn't even look like Guy Gardner, which is odd. I feel like they could have probably did some better shit with Nathan Fillion.
you know who he looks like from here?
Hmm.
The brother on Dumb and Dumber, bro.
Yep.
Don't he? Sorta.
Yeah, man. James
Like,
Gunn, man. Look, we've had many conversations about this film and how much of a gamble it is to have so many characters in it, and I get that. I think they're trying to create a world where all these superheroes already exist, and I think that's part of what he's trying to uh, kind of streamline and speed up is the process of us believing like this is an ongoing world. This isn't like, oh, here's the first superhero and now here's another. They want it to be like everybody's already around and fighting and shit.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
I don't know, Guy Gardner, like Hawk Girl, like I don't know if that's what I don't know if that's what anybody had in mind when they thought like, man, I hope they make a new Superman movie. I don't know.
Yeah, those suits are lazy. Hawk Girl from the CW was 10 times better. Yeah, she was. Yes, she was. And she was from here. That's the crazy part.
Yep.
But yeah, again, look, it's just this place where you got to reserve your comments until you see the show to really draw your conclusion, or see the film to really draw your conclusion. But it's like James Gunn, I'd be tight-lipped, bro. I wouldn't let shit like this leak. Like literally, I'd just be like, yo, take them pictures down, man, for real. Take them all down. Let's just not, dwell in that space. Take them all down, bro, because Guy Gardner, even in the suit, does not look, bro. If this would have been, yeah, nah. I can't even put that much of a spin on it, bro. It just doesn't look right. Like it's something, but if it is the Terrifics, then it explains the color of the suit. Maybe it'll be at a different iteration, or maybe he just has a brief cameo in the show. You know what I mean? But you can definitely look at it. And here's the thing, because if I'm looking at this, bro, okay, look at this picture, bro. If you're looking at this picture, they did say it's going to be sort of like a period piece, right?
Yeah.
So this is going to be the earlier stages of Clark. And if they're going to go from that period, then those suits don't match that period. If technically they look different, they look like more modern than anything. Unless this has to do with time travel, I don't know. But it just looks different. You know what I mean? So I don't know, maybe they have a hold on what they're doing. I don't know, bro. I definitely don't know, but
At this point, and now I see why Endgame spent so much money to green screen the shit out of everything, because when you film outdoors, we we got to deal with all the pictures and all the spoilers and all the leaks. We seen 1,700 pictures of Deadpool and Wolverine fighting, and all the other cameos every fucking day. It was some kind of cameo because they were all outside, and now they're doing the same thing here, and that's fine. Do practical shots outside, that's great, but that's what's going to happen. You're going to get leaked set photos. I don't know how. I don't know how that happens. Like, I don't know how there's not somewhere where you could film out. It looks like this a field, so it's not like they filmed in New York where you can't avoid people taking pictures. This looks like they're in the open field. You couldn't close that set off enough and make sure no pictures were taken, or they don't care. He's just like, fuck it. Like, you're gonna judge anyway, so
bro,
if it comes out, it comes out.
they got Mr. Terrific on something that looks like a Lego set, bro. It just looks really, I don't know. Well, again,
Yeah,
Hawk Girl will have her wings. It's just a simple fact that we don't see them because, again, line work. We know that, there's wire work that's involved. For all we know, there's going to be dope as shit. I can't wait. I can't. Here's the thing. For all the shit that I'm talking about, the suits, I think the movie, it potentially could be fire if it's done the right way. You know what I mean? I just think you need to hold back on them suits, man. Slow your bro.
I feel like you can have both. Like, you can have an incredible movie, and you can have shit like this that's comical. Because I'm sorry, this shit is comical.
Yeah, I think, you know what I mean. As I want to see, I want to see the movie, because I definitely want to see the movie, and I know the success of James Gunn and everything that he touches thus far has been fucking fire, bro. Like, the Guardians of the Galaxy was fucking fire. Like, nobody expected that team that he pulled out of nowhere to be what it is, and he fucking killed that. You know what I mean?
I think that's one of the things that's going to be like a gift and a curse with Gunn too, though, because Gunn has this Gunn has this desire to like prove how big of an actual comic book reader he is. It's like he's contrarian a lot. He's like a hipster comic book reader. Like if you talk about Batman, and he's like, oh yeah, everybody will talk about Batman. What do you know about Animal Man? Like he'll take a comic that he knows isn't very popular just to prove to you that he really reads comics. It's like, all right, we get it, but guess what? Not everybody wants to see a movie about the Weasel or Polka Dot or Guy Gardner. Like people want to see the main attractions and then spin off and do that other shit. Like, so I hope he takes that into account. That I get you read comics, James Gunn. We get it, but we want to see Wonder Woman. We want to see Green Lantern. We want to see Batman. Like, give us that stuff, and then do like, oh, here's my cool points. Obscure character I know because I really read.
Yeah, I mean, at least though, I can say that the one thing is we don't hear from him as much as we did before.
I will admit that. Yes.
Like he's been now because they're in production, he doesn't have to answer any questions anymore. Like he doesn't have to keep opening his mouth and talking. He can just.
I'm worried about what happens when they wrap and he has free time again. We can go right back to Twitter where he answers every single person who comments on this shit.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, definitely you're gonna get some of that, but
yeah,
again, what's up?
Oh, my bad. The Slammer was talking about Orion's chair.
Orion and Apocalypse uses the fly. Yo, it is. But you know what? I think again, bro. All in all, I can't wait to see the movie. To be quite honest, I can't wait to see it. I can't wait to see his portrayal. I think, reason why I want to see this, I definitely want to see Supergirl's interpretation. The actress who plays her as well.
Yep.
Again, this is what 2025. Is it coming out?
A year from now.
So definitely is going to be something. I can't wait to see it, man. Despite the wisecracks on the suit, the I8s, I think the movie definitely it does have potential. Yeah, I do too. I mean, because she sold me. She sold me on House of the Dragon. I was like, I'm in. I'm in. And speaking of House of the Dragon,
yeah, it's fire.
Yo, that's the dopest show on TV right now, bro.
Man.
Even though I'm pissed, I'm not gonna say why I'm pissed, bro.
Yep.
Because that was my favorite character of the show.
Yep. But pause on the dragons for a second. My man, Crispin walking up the hill towards the horse. That wide shot of the mountain and it gleaming straight out of Excalibur. Remember the old school joint Excalibur?
Yeah.
Straight out of that. But these dragon fights are phenomenal. The dragon fights are phenomenal. I mean, we got a lot of dragons in Game of Thrones, but nothing like this. Not like this. And all I know is
he said Leo's going to get worse. I know, bro. Yeah. I know, bro. And that's the thing about Game of Thrones, bro. They gotta
swoop that dragon, yo. That dragon is like 18 times bigger than every other
anything, bro. It just fucking everybody up like it's nothing. Like that's what I'm saying. Like
they gotta team up on that motherfucker.
They gonna have to, bro. It's gonna have to be like at least 5 or 7 of motherfuckers going after this, bro.
Yeah, poisonous food, something.
Bro, like House of the Dragon every fucking week. The dialogue, the and you get invested in if we haven't learned a lesson from fucking Game of Thrones, do not get too attached to these fucking characters at all. I'm not getting attached to any other character. I'm not. I refuse to.
I know better.
Yeah, bro, I'm not. Because as soon as you do, axed. I'm not. Fuck that. I'm not getting attached. I'm just going to fall back and enjoy the show because that hurt my feelings last night, man.
Yep.
Yeah. That episode broke the budget. That it must have, bro, because they went the fuck in. Like, literally they went, bro. The dragon fights were dope as fuck. The first time you got to see dragons fight like that, bro.
I don't think I've ever seen a dragon fight like that.
Like that, bro. Like I've never seen dragons fight on camera like that. Nah, bro. Like they come on, man.
Yep.
Like literally. Literally. Dopest show on TV.
That's incredible. Incredible. Appointment TV.
Yeah,
Appointment.
bro. It is, bro. It is. And all my six scale collectors out there, if they give us any House of the Dragon figures, I'm in. I'm just letting y'all know I'm in. Because this fucking show, I'm a believer, bro. I was already a believer before they fucking dropped it. But I'm a fucking believer, bro. Like, I anticipate this shit every week. Like it's an event. Fuck everything else. It's an event. And they kill it, bro. And
Yep.
I don't know. And the thing is, it's like, yo, the dopest part about this show is the person you might side with or do some suspect shit, and you end up siding for the other person, and then they do some shit. It's like you flip-flop back and forth because they all have valid points and reasons.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Like
Yep.
they really, really, really do. And that's the beauty of the show is that you don't know who you're fucking siding with, bro. You don't.
That's a big difference between this show and say like Game of Thrones, because it was clear like the Starks were super honorable and the Lannisters weren't. So it was easy who's the good guy, who's the bad guy. But in this, it's like any given day, everybody's got a reason where like, oh, they got a point, or they got a point. It's just great writing, great everything. It's dope ass show. I like it so far better than the first season too.
Yeah, dude, me too, bro. Definitely. Like both of them killed it. They're killing it, bro. Fuck,
Yeah.
even them bringing her back in flashbacks, they're fucking killing it, bro. Like I fucking love this show.
Yeah.
I do. I am in love with this show. I think I watched last night's episode 4 times last night after it went off.
It's dope.
Like that's how dope this episode was. It was so fucking incredible, bro. And but rest in peace. This was my favorite fucking character, bro. Man, her death, it shook me to the core, bro. It did. It did. It did.
Yeah. I mean,
it did, bro. It did. It did.
And to think, she could have ended this whole shit.
You sure did. Sure did. Go ahead, yo.
She could have ended it last season when she came up through the ground. She could have ended the shit right then, didn't it? Oh well.
Yeah. Just as well aimed, shot at the belly, will hit the one arm. Yeah, bro. Yeah, man. Queen Raina is she was my favorite, bro. She's the one that I said, like, she's the person I think if they ever did it a Knights of the Old Republic, I would want her to play Treya. I definitely would, because I think she would kill it. She would definitely kill it. But this show, A+ for me, man. They are fucking killing it, hitting on all cylinders. And that's what you want from a show, bro. That's what you definitely want from a show, that is consistency. The consistency that every episode, every show is a banger, bro. Is a banger. And it is. Every episode right now is definitely a banger. And I'm all in on it. I'm in. Anyway, man. That's it. That's the show we got for today, man. Thanks everybody out there for tuning in. It's been a great, incredible show, man. We'll be back next week. Hopefully, Jason, he'll probably just be catching up by the time we get back next Monday. He'll get to the topic.
Yeah, if you're wondering what Jason thought about any of those set photos or anything like that, just tune in next week and his thoughts will be coming through.
His thoughts will catch up. He's catching up.
Yeah.
So right now he's replying to everything that we've been talking about on the show. He's just catching up. So we'll see him lately or later on next week. But anyway, bro, as always, it's a pleasure, man. What you got going on this week, bro?
Catching up on a lot of work. Back to it. Might throw something together for the mashup joint on for Friday. So we'll see about that. I'm gonna look into that a little bit more. I was talking to Renz about the piece he was working on for it a little bit earlier today, and now I know why he was doing what he was doing, because I was out the loop on Rflex. Um, and I will be working on some other shit for a show next month, and just probably be talking about Acolyte on Civilized Scoundrels on Thursday,
On Thursday.
and
Yes.
and then we'll be back here. We might mention Supercell. So out there, if you get a chance, check out Supercell this week. We might be talking about it next week.
Yeah, definitely gonna talk about it next week.
And yeah, we'll
Definitely
see.
gonna talk about that next week.
Yeah, we'll have a new artist of the week. We'll have some new stuff to talk about. Have a lot of fun comments, a lot of fun news drop, because there's always something crazy going on that well, you know, we'll have plenty to discuss about. So as always, looking forward to talking with y'all, and we'll be back here next week. So go ahead up your local comic book brick and mortar for sure.
Definitely make sure that you do that. Yep, Art Flex, you already know. Cheating ass Mark Lee, award-winning figure award-winning Mark Lee in the building. Renz, I never done a comic style piece. All right, Renz, here we go.
Yep.
Renz is ready, bro. He hit me up this morning. He was like, "Yo, what you think about?" I was like, "Renz is funny as fuck." Definitely, man. Yeah, what we got? We got Say What Wednesday, of course. We got Say What Wednesday. Tomorrow we have a exclusive release. So we're gonna do like an exclusive release party tomorrow. I think we have one on Wednesday as well. We got like Uncivilized Scoundrels, definitely tomorrow night with the Acolytes. Yep, definitely Figure Flex Friday with the Summer Madness is going on right now. So get those submissions in. But yeah, other than that, man, full rotation. Be back next week for Comic Book Talk with Friends. We got a list of things that we're going to go over. Make sure everybody out there, if you haven't watched this show on Netflix, it is called Supercell. Watch Supercell. Binge it all week. Watch it. It's an incredible show. You want to watch it. It's phenomenal, because we will be talking about that next week. So you already know. He said, my Artflex is done about the post. Yo, how you going to do Artflex plus photos, man? Ain't that cheating, Docinator? We didn't say there was any guidelines, so I guess you could do that. But anyway, thank you guys for being here. Another great show. Shout out to Jason, man. Once your internet check catches up. But anyway, man, we'll see y'all next week. Same time, same channel. You already know it's time to go, man. We out. Peace. Have a nice evening. And yeah, everything else. We out.